Hello, lovelies. This is Lazy Fox Creates, a podcast about the crafting experience. I'm your host, Laura, and this is part 2 of my conversation with Talon. He does tattooing, and we talked a lot about tattoo culture and how they preserve a lot of their history. We also talked a little bit about just like body modification in general. This one we go, not gonna lie, a little off topic about, and Talon kind of turns it around on me, and we talk about watches somewhat. So, this was a really good conversation, and I hope you enjoy it. Okay, so Irene asks the favorite thing or your favorite thing you have ever tattooed on someone.
Oh
I feel like
no.
this will be a hard one.
Oh, so many, dude. Because it changes, right? Like
Oh,
as
yeah.
as we do more and as we meet more people and as we like just fucking get deeper and deeper into it. I'm sure you experience that with your art too, right?
Yep,
Where you're like, "Oh my
absolutely.
God, this is my favorite piece ever." And then you do another one, you're like, "Damn, this is my favorite piece ever." You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
because as we do more of our work, we get better and better and better. And that's been something so fucking cool. I'm very locked in and like, oh my God, I'm getting better. Whoa, I can see progress. That's super cool. Um, shit, you know what? I'm gonna pick the horse right now. I want to pick the horse. That
Okay.
was a couple weeks ago.
Oh, wow.
Not,
Okay.
yeah, not only was the horse like a horrible challenge for me, and I will say I almost cried drawing it out, getting there, getting the
That's reasonable.
drawing decent. I was just like at the shop, like, oh my God, I can't do this. What have I done? I got to call her and tell her I can't do it. No, I did it. So that was a huge challenge for me. I got it good. She loved it. And then after the tattoo was done, it was very cathartic for her because she had like lost her horse. She had to put him down. He was
Mm.
sick. So, and like people are very bonded to their horses because they live for a
Oh,
zillion
yeah.
years, you know, and they're like people on legs basically. Like, or they have like a ton of personality. This lady was telling me all about horses. So I'll pick the horse, I think, because that was just like, that was a big deal for her, for me, artistically, and all that. So I'll pick the horse. But it's going to change, you know? I think a broad answer probably is like any tattoo that I do where somebody just like looks down and they are changed. Like,
Mm.
and that's a little like woo woo spiritual, new agey energy shit left over from being a piercer for so long. You can tell, like, you changed them. And that doesn't have anything to do with me. That just, I was just the vessel that put that on there, you know? Um, I just was a catalyst for that life changing moment for them. That's fucking cool. Um, that's like, I guess, like a gift that I am allowed to partake in. That's like so cool that people come to me and trust me and are like, "Hey man, I want this tattoo," and then you know you do it for them and they're so pumped and they're so like just like, "Oh my God, I did it!" And I'm like, "Fuck yeah, you did it!" You know. Especially like the nervous ones who are just like, "Oh, I don't know if I could do this," and I'm like, "You're gonna be great," you know.
Dude, when I got my first 2 tattoos, I have like 4,
Mhm.
5, 4. I have 2 on my ankles, but I got them done at the same time, so it's like practically 1.
Okay, okay. It's like one session, one sitting.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
The first 3 that I did, it was like no big deal, and I
Yeah.
have like this big
Yeah, yeah.
sword with like the
You have a
smoky
D20?
bits
Yeah.
and yeah, D20.
Yeah.
And that was no big deal. It was kind
Yeah.
of just like, ooh, like what an interesting pain.
Yeah.
When I got these ones on my ankles, it was after I started taking my medication.
Okay.
It's literally just they're just lines.
Ouch
They're
town.
like
You're in ouch town.
it hurt so bad. I was like sweating and I'm like,
Mhm.
what is going on? Like I came into this like no big deal. I'm just going to have this fun experience. And I'm sitting here like, am I going to pass out? Like
Dude.
this is
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, placement matters. When it comes to pain, placement matters. You can't predict who's gonna hurt what and feel what where, but you're I the farther away from like my head it gets, the worse it fucking feels.
Oh,
Like
interesting. Okay.
I like at the end of the day, I am a trunk and arms and head boy all the way. Like I don't like my legs fucking being tattooed. Not having a good time. I'm bummed the whole time. It feels terrible. There are some spots on me, my feet in particular, where it just felt like the tattooer was just putting cigarettes out on me. You know, I
Ew.
was like, this is the worst thing I've ever experienced. Like, just cut my fucking feet off and put them back on later. I don't want to do this anymore. So I know plenty of people who are like, I love getting my legs tattooed. I'm like, well, you're a freak because I hate that. And then I've also been told like, oh, Talon, you're a freak because you laid through your back tattoo and like it was nothing. So
Mm,
it's all different for for all of us, I think. But yeah,
mm.
ankles, pff, yeah, 1 out of 10, not cool.
Maybe, okay. I assumed it was the medication, but I'm glad
It
you
could
said that
be.
maybe it's just the ankles.
It's
Well,
it's 100 things and it's one thing, right? It's like,
uh,
oh, did you sleep? Did you eat? Are you hydrated? Are you
oh,
stressed?
that's a
Like
good point.
it's a million things. Is it, are you hungover? Like is it, oh, like you got a headache? You got, oh, did you work today? That's the thing. Going to
Hmm,
work and then coming and getting tattooed. I'm always way more tired, you know?
yeah,
So, it's definitely a million things all the time,
yeah.
for sure.
Okay, so the last question from Irene is it really better to get your ears pierced at a tattoo shop?
As opposed to like Claire's. Yes.
You know what? I'm not actually sure. My assumption was like, I think my assumption was very wrong because it was like, I don't know, is there a place that only pierces
Yes.
versus
Oh
a
yeah, yeah,
tattoo
yeah.
shop?
No, yeah, yeah. Solo piercing shops exist and are amazing, and I love them. Fucking let's go. Um,
It's funny
Now
getting this question because I didn't know that you did piercings
I
too.
did. I did piercings for a long time. Um, I say like piercing raised me, piercing changed me. I
Okay.
am
Well,
a much different person from when I learned to pierce before. Like empathy and like understanding of human beings wise, like I'm a very different person. I won't say that I was lacking in. No, I will. I think I didn't maybe know how to tap into empathy until
mm.
I was a body piercer, which made me maybe not the most palatable human being to be around. But for the question though, getting your ears pierced at a licensed professional shop, whether that be a tattoo shop with a piercer or just a piercing shop, like a whole thing, that is always better if the quality of the shop is there, right? If they're clean, they're safe, they're nice, like
Oh yeah.
and licensed in your state wherever you are. Yes, 100%. Yes. My piercing shop, we pierced a lot of little kiddo earlobes. We would go as young as 5 with parental consent. I definitely have pierced a couple of 3-year-olds who like rolled in and were like, I want my ears pierced. And I'm like, whoa, whoa, you're like 2 feet tall. Let's talk about this, right? And the parents are like, um, when it came to kids who were kind of under our age restriction, I would do multiple appointments with them. So parents would come in and we'd have like a whole consult where we'd show them all jewelry. I'd take the kids back; they could see the room and stuff because we had a private room and everything. Like, if the kids wanted to see like what we use, needles and such like that, I ran them through the whole thing, and then I was like, all right, cool. And then we would book their piercing appointment, right? So for me specifically as a piercer, it was 2 appointments for under the age of 5. And I only really had a handful in my career because generally speaking, by the second appointment, they weren't ready, and that's okay. That's another thing when it comes to like piercing shops and tattoo shops with a piercer. Um, if a kid isn't ready, our shop, nope. And I had and have had parents be like, "Oh no, no, just do it." I'm like, "No, no." Like they're saying no, we're done. Like I'm sorry that you drove out here and you feel like that's an inconvenience for you, but like we're not doing that. That's not what I'm in the business of doing.
I
For the most
respect
part,
that so much.
yes, and for the most part, I will say some most parents really respected and appreciated that. And we had those kids come back when they were a little older, or had a few kids come back in a couple weeks, and we're like, I'm ready
Mm,
now, whatever. But
that's kind of cute.
yeah,
A couple weeks. That's such a short
yeah,
amount
yeah,
of time.
yeah, a couple, um, and it was really, really drilled into me from early in my career. Like this is the first um moment where kids are given a choice on how they look forever, as forever as piercings are, right? Like they get to choose like how they're walking through the world right now, and it's not just a new sweatshirt or a new pair of sneakers or a goofy hat or whatever kids are doing. It's like a big to be like, ah, yeah, I want my ears pierced. I'm gonna like go through pain to get something shiny. That's a big deal, and that should be a consensual. Um, B should be done by people who are trained professionals. No shade to the girls at Claire's, but they are not using sterile instruments. They are not using accurate instruments, and they are not using anything that's made to do a piercing. And those kids should have the ability to say, no, actually, I changed my mind. Like, what better lesson are you teaching your kid than like, oh no, I changed my mind on how I want to look, and it's okay, right? Like that's a
Hmm.
huge deal. So for me, yes, I 100% think piercing shops or tattoo shops with a piercer tenfold way better. Now I will say there are shitty shops out there, so like please do your research, call, go in, check it out, see if you like the piercer. They could be an amazing shop, and you could just not vibe with the person doing the procedure, so that's fine too. Um, yeah, yeah, piercing shops and professional body piercers over everything for sure. Um, you're gonna pay more money, a
Worth it
lot
though.
more, a lot more money, like tons more. But like a lot of times, what you're getting is you get the opportunity to like go back to that piercer if for whatever reason you do have a problem healing. If you do lose your jewelry, like you have kind of like this extra little troubleshooting safety net for the most part, and most shops who are doing a good job and like what they're doing are more than happy to help you out. Like, oh fuck, I lost my nose jewelry. Can I come in? Like, how many phone calls I've answered at like 6:59. We close at 7. Like, oh my god. I'm like, yeah, I'll wait. Come on in. Like, it. So you kind of you get what you pay for, and a lot of times you get more than what you pay for, which is that like extra kind of help and stuff. So yeah, always better. I better.
I freaking took my nose piercing out twice in my
Hmm.
sleep while it was healing.
You,
I
you and every other motherfucker in this
in the
country.
That's so weird
It's the
though.
worst, dude.
I
It gets,
like woke up with
yeah.
it in my hand and like just a slight throbbing in my nose and I'm like, how has this happened?
So my theory was always like as piercings heal, they're a little itchy sometimes, not always, but just like your body's like, oh, there's a weird thing. And so your natural reaction is like, oh, there's something fucking touching me.
Mhm.
Especially if your jewelry, like if you're wearing like a nostril screw or something like that, right? Like it spins around, you're like, oh, what is that? And then you're just like, so like you are not alone. Like hundreds and hundreds of people are like, I just woke up with it in my hand. And I'm like, well, why is it just in your hand right now in the shop? I told you to put it in a bag and bring it in, but okay, here's some Sani, drop it in this cup, like let's take care of you. But totally a thing. And that's the thing, right? That's the thing with piercings is like you do need a little bit of troubleshooting help. Like you're trying to heal a whole ass hole, goes all the way through.
Mhm.
Like that's not just a surface level injury. it's a big deal to heal a piercing. That's why most of them take forever because it's hard. It's hard healing.
I panicked and just put it back in immediately.
Yeah, dude, and I love that. Some people have the wherewithal to just be like, "Boop, okay, nothing happened," like right, and then you go about your day. But some people just don't. I had a lady for years. She did not like to change her own jewelry. Fine, cool, whatever. So she'd bring her little bag in, and fucking want to switch her shit up. Like she had a couple of ear piercings and a nostril piercing, I think, and she matched all her stuff.
Mm.
She was a matchy matchy girl. I love that. And so she'd come in every couple of months and be like, "I'm Sapphire." And I'm like, "Let's go. Let's do Sapphire this month." So I changed a lot of body jewelry. And honestly, that made me a better piercer. That made me a way better piercer. Just like handling that, doing that, understanding what angle and how and where you can reach somebody and be in their space and have it be efficient and productive. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
definitely changing body jewelry was so helpful for me.
You're like a hero because when I changed my when I changed my nose ring for the first time, well, I didn't have a ring in it when it got pierced, but
Your
when I
jewelry, yeah.
change it, yeah, when I change it for the first time, I literally like started crying. I was so frustrated. I could
It's
not get the new one
so
in.
hard,
I
dude.
was like, I'm not gonna be able to get this in, and then it's just gonna close,
And then the
and all this
sweating,
healing.
and then the
Yes.
panicking, and then all of a sudden your bathroom's way too hot, and you're like, "Oh my god, dude."
Yes.
I've experienced it. I was a professional body piercer for years, and like couldn't get a piece of jewelry out one day, and I was in the mirror like, "Oh my," like
It's
I will
so
tell
frustrating.
anybody and everybody the moment you start to feel the sweats, right? And you're like, oh my God, that's when the panic sets in. Walk away. Put your jewelry down in a safe location and walk away for a second. Go step out, take a second, and come back. And maybe this is weird, but like I would always take my t shirt off. Like that was like game mode. I
That
don't know
makes
why.
sense somehow.
It,
Yeah.
you don't have to, obviously, but I was like, hat if I was wearing one, and then t-shirt was off, and it was like, let's fucking go.
Hmm.
Generally speaking, that was what I needed to like, lock in and gear up. But also, if you can't and you're panicking, call your local shop, call the spot where you got it, ask them if they have time for a jewelry insertion, like, and be like, I can't get it in. I'm fucking panicking, bro. Sometimes they'll charge for the service, which is totally fair if they have to open up tools or something like that. But yeah, if you can't get it and the like, the calm down breathing and removing of sweatshirt or t-shirt is not helping, call your shop, see if they can get you in. And most of the time, if they're, I think, a decent shop, they'll be like, yeah, come on in, we'll save you. But yeah, it's the worst, dude. It's the worst. The
Hmm.
panic,
Hmm.
like, oh no.
Especially, I don't remember which piercing this was, but I just remember one time I was trying to get one in and it was
Hmm.
before work,
Hmm.
and I'm always running late for work. I'm
Yeah.
always behind with everything. And so I'm like trying to like just like shove this thing in, and I'm like, I can't go without it because I like it's gonna close, but also
Yeah.
like I can't be late for work, and
Yes,
and then I like
absolutely.
drop the ball on the hardwood floor so it goes rolling.
And you're like, all right, well, that's cat toy fodder now. Like that's yeah, dude. Also, if you're doing it over your sink, block your sink, put a towel
Oh
down,
yes.
and the towel will like it prevents any reverb, so it won't bounce. It'll generally just kind of and have the towel like not in the sink, but have it like trampolined over the sink, and that'll
Yeah.
kind of help pad that, dude. And not a hand towel, full towel, cover the
Oh
whole
yeah.
thing, like full ass towel, and preferably like a light colored towel. Like you got pink, you got white, you got blue. That's the jam right there because you'll be able to see, your little tiny baby ends and all that stuff. But yeah, that stuff just bounces away. I've shot jewelry like while changing it in
Mm.
the shop across the room. You can hear it, and you're like, I'll go get
Oh,
another
that's
one.
gone.
Yep, yeah, and it's like, well, like, oh no, and I'm like, no, we have another one in the case. I'll just go grab it. But like, that's fucking gone. Like, Never gonna find that again. So, but yeah, it
Do you
happens to
have
the
to
best of
pay
us.
for that when that happens, like for the shop?
So at our piercing shop, we kind of had like we kind of had like an honor system. So like if you shot a piece across the shop, you took care of your client and then you went to go find it, right? Because we had a free serious
Okay.
sterilization, right? So we had enzymatic, ultrasonic, and an autoclave. So we could just clean and re-sterilize it totally safe, right? Now, if you couldn't find it, I think it was something like if that happened like 5 times in a row, then you
Mm,
started to pay wholesale, right? And it depended on what it was though, because if you lost a gold end or like something with a real diamond or something,
yeah.
you didn't get 5 tries, you got one. And it was like, you know what I mean? So if that happened again, it was like, nah, doggy. And a lot of times, like, I don't no, I did lose a gold end. I lost a gold end once, and the next time somebody came in to get jewelry put in, I was like, nope. I had the other piercer do it. I was like, I'm not feeling good about today. She was like, cool, I got you. She did it. So a lot of times, that was a good thing about the shop is we would kind of tag in. That's another really nice thing about working with other piercers at like a piercing only shop
Yeah.
because I pierced for a little while at the tattoo shop that I had apprenticed at just as a piercer. Back like in 2015 to 2017, I pierced for them. It was very hard being the only piercer in an all tattoo shop. It was isolating and lonely. As much as like I love those guys and they were all my friends and stuff. It's hard when you work with people who don't understand what you're doing.
Yeah.
Like no idea. And they can't help. If you need help, like it's all you. So that was kind of like, oh, that's a bummer. So
Yeah.
I love an all piercing shop. It's very cool. It was a really great experience. But yeah, definitely like you'd have days where you're just like jewelry's not happening, you're not hitting your connections. Like as a piercer, I don't know if other piercers experience this, but you would go through these weird spells where like a specific piercing, like all of a sudden your brain was just like, we don't know how to do that.
Ugh.
Well,
That's unfortunate. Yeah.
you've done hundreds of them, and then one day you're like, that that's not right. Okay,
And that's not really something you can just wing. Like, I
no,
hope it works out.
no. Like, oh, good luck. No, dude. Sometimes, like, if you don't come out at the right end, like, you gotta repoke them. And being able to like
Oof.
tell somebody that and be like, hey, like, it's a gift. But yeah, I had one of the piercers I was working with. She's great, amazing, very talented piercer. I learned a lot from her, but she had this moment where like all of a sudden she couldn't do septum piercings.
Uh,
Got in her head, couldn't do it. And I was just coming out of my apprenticeship, so I was pretty new. I got really good at septum piercings really fucking fast because she just brain off, thought couldn't do it. Um, I was really good at septum piercings by the time I left piercing. I was just I could do them blindfolded if I really wanted to because I did all of them for like 6 months in the very beginning of my career. Because she just was in her head about it, and I was like, "Girl, I got you." Like, it started with like, "Well, I need to like practice anyway." So like, I was doing my cute little like apprentice pricings, and then when I was no longer an apprentice, I was like, "Well, I want to get good at them anyway." And yeah, dude. Um, it's really weird. Have you ever seen the show Bob's Burgers? Have you seen Bob's Burgers?
like a couple episodes.
Oh, okay. There's this. Well, this is for your listeners, a little treat. There's this episode where Bob gets the yips. Basically, he forgets how to flip his burgers so they land perfectly on the grill every time. And what happens is Teddy asks him, like, "Oh my god, how do you do that?" And Bob's like, "I don't know, I just do." And then Bob started thinking about how he does it, and then he couldn't do it anymore, right? So it's almost like you get the piercing yips. Is just like all of a sudden your brain's just like, nope, and you got to figure out a way to like, get over it or whatever. I don't remember what she ended up doing to get over it, but it definitely like rattled her.
Hmm. I do training pretty frequently at
Uh huh.
work, and like
Yeah.
there are definitely times when I'm like explaining a process and I just like stop and I'm just like, and then I just do it.
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
that's not helpful, but
Yes. Oh my gosh, yes. Because you do it all the time. So your brain
hmm
just stops thinking about how it's done and it's just done. I saw that a lot with older tattooers when they were trying to explain during my apprenticeship, like how to pull a line or how to like shade or what they're like, you just do. And I'm like, no, 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 sir. No, 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 no. I don't just do because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Like I'm
hmm
confused and scared and like I'm, tattooing my friend right now and they're being a good sport, but I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. So yeah, you just kind of like, you just do. And it's like, no, no, you don't just. Maybe you just do that, but I don't just do
hmm
that. So yeah, I worked in like a prep kitchen for a long time for a taco shop, and I ended up running that kitchen, and I ended up training everybody who came through, and so like I had to get really good at step by step because if you skip something, then your shit's fucked up and you got to remake it. So that was like very like high consequences. Really made me have to be a better trainer because I was not a good trainer before that, and I like started being like, oh okay, like I can't just be like, oh, just get whatever you want. No, it's got to be like this utensil, this thing, this is how we're gonna do that. It ended up having to be like I had to be more rigid about how I train people because yeah, I was very like, oh, you just do it. It's just like you just you just make the thing and you do the stuff and it's like we're good to go, right? Everyone's like, no. I'm like, oh, okay,
It's so weird sometimes, and I'll even be like, they'll ask me. I make watches for my
cool.
job,
Wait,
so
wait,
yeah,
like
like a wristwatch,
you're just gonna
like
throw that on me? Like you just make watches? Like like the whole inside mechanism? What? Like what?
yeah. So we start out with just like this little metal plate with like
Sure.
pillars on it,
Yep.
and
Like
then we
the
just build
sticks.
it up. Yeah,
You just make watches like you make a
yeah.
whole ass watch with the
Uh
little
huh.
all the tiny gears and all the little
Oh yeah, it's
spinny
very small.
mechanisms and shit.
Yeah, my brain likes it.
What? Do you okay, so you guys then like put the face on and the glass on and the
hmm
whole shebang? Where do you work? Are you allowed to say that?
Yeah, I work at a company called Shinola.
Okay, cool. I don't know what
It's
that is,
based.
but
It's like a we say high luxury, but it's kind of like a mid-tier luxury. Like the
okay,
watches are
well,
maybe like 850. So
uh,
they're like out of my price range, but they're not like a
right.
Rolex.
I mean, it's way more than my calculator watch, so like I will just say, but like props to my calculator watch because that thing is actually waterproof. The Casio calculator
Okay,
watch.
nice, nice.
If anybody needs a $20 watch, it's a good fucking watch.
That
That's
is, yeah,
crazy.
waterproof for $20 is seems like a really good deal.
Yeah, the only thing that took that thing out is my strap eventually broke because it was one of those little plastic
Mm,
straps or whatever. But yeah, the Casio calculator watch was with me for like 4 years of like my prep cook role, and that thing was waterproof. Like
nice.
fucking awesome. I love that.
Yeah.
Oh, I should get one of those again. That was a great watch. That's crazy. You just
Yeah, no,
build watches.
I used to be, it's like a line. So I used to be on the
Uh-huh.
line
Okay.
and now I do like repairs. So when the line makes a
Cool.
mistake, they
You
send it to me and they're like,
okay?
oops, what happened? And I have to figure it out.
Right. Watch no go. What the
Yeah.
fuck? And you're like, bro, okay, guys.
And
Very
like
cool.
some of the information that I get, the information that I get sometimes is just like, it's a motor high. And that's all it is, and it's like, okay, so you figure out like the main things that you
Okay.
look for and
Okay.
everything.
Do you ever have to
Like,
just like pull the whole fucking watch apart and start from bare
yeah,
bones again?
it doesn't happen very often anymore because
Okay.
I've been on repair for like 4 years maybe.
Okay. Okay.
But every honestly probably every like few months I just say fuck it, I don't know what's wrong with this watch, and I just
And
build a new one.
cool. Do you guys have I'm fascinated by this. This is fucking bananas to me. Um do your like customers send watches in that need repair too, and you handle those, or are
I
you just repairing line mistakes?
I'm just repairing line mistakes.
Okay,
We have a
okay.
whole other team that does it for
For
customer repairs.
okay,
Generally, because they want to just like get them in out really quick. Generally, they'll swap a battery, and if that doesn't fix it, they'll just put a whole other movement in it, which a movement is like just the insides of
the
it.
whole boy, it's the guts of the
Yeah.
watch, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Whoa. Huh. That's bananas. That's crazy. I obviously I've never met anybody who builds watches before. That's the coolest job ever. That's so cool.
It's crazy because everyone we hire has no experience because
I love
like I'm
that.
in Michigan, so it's like how many people are going to know how to build a watch in Michigan? So
Probably not
essentially
that many.
yeah, no. So like essentially what we have to do is we just like show people parts that are damaged,
Mhm.
and that's our vision test to be like
Yeah.
what's wrong with the part, and then if they pass that they like get to start, and maybe we'll have to
Wow.
let them go if they can't do it, and it's
Right.
just like a whole lot of seeing who fits.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's I kind of love that though. I guess maybe because I don't know if you guys like I mean maybe you guys do experience this and that's why you do that, but I always found like in cooking at least like prep cooking and stuff for the way we were doing stuff, people who had almost no experience um ended up being a better fit long term than people who did have experience or people who had expectations of what like being a prep cook would be like. So I found like people being green, as we said, wasn't ever a deterrent. It was always like, I'd rather have somebody green so we can teach them how we do things. And so that way things will be done to our standard because we taught the standard instead of people who have past experience. They think this is a standard, but it's not because you're not at that restaurant anymore. So I
That makes
wonder
total
if,
sense.
yeah,
I honestly have no idea because I cannot think of a time that we've hired anyone with watch experience.
yeah. Well, they probably just don't exist. They probably just don't exist.
We've had, I think, just one person move on to like going to actual watch school from our like from getting experience at our company because Rolex has very high standards.
I was gonna, when you were like, oh, I build watches, I was like, girl, if you fucking tell me you work for Rolex right now, I'm gonna lose my mind. Just like, oh, no big deal, I work for Rolex.
You
That's
know,
so you have to go to watch school.
to work for Rolex, yeah.
Okay.
You know
Oh,
what's kind of crazy is I was thinking about this the other day and I'm like, I mean, I've been at this company for like 8 years now, so
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like one of the top people who make
Hmm.
watches. And I kind of think like, I wonder how I would do at like watch school because like, am I actually really good or am I really good because of who I'm compared to? You
Oh,
know?
okay. Yeah,
I'm
like
like
you're like,
curious about
actually,
it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Do you, I mean, would you go to watch school? You could
I
go to watch
think
school. Why not?
I think I would, but it's really hard to get in. Is the
Sure,
first thing.
sure.
Really hard to
Okay.
get in. And I have no money.
Ah, yes. The two
Yeah.
things. It's really hard to get into, and I have no fucking money. Mostly,
Yep.
I have no fucking money. Because
Yeah.
watch school is probably like expensive as shit, I bet.
I haven't even looked into it.
And like that'd be so cool, like for you to just go and see. It's too bad they don't have like I don't know, like you remember like a job fair or whatever at school, and you get to
I was
go and like
homeschooled.
oh fuck. Okay, so you know. Okay, all right. So there's like job fair. Now job fair is different. And job fair is not as like was not as tight when I went to high school, but like they would have like people from jobs come and talk to you about their jobs, blah blah, blah presentations about jobs, right? And you'd be like, oh, maybe it's fun to like be a landscaper or like a I don't know, like a florist or something, whatever. It's too bad watch school doesn't have like a week long come see if you would
Mm-hmm.
like watch school. And they don't like teach you what you're going to learn at watch school, but they just kind of show you like how like they let you do like a practice like okay, this is what
Mm-hmm.
you'd be expected to do at watch school. You know what I mean? Like that would be so
Yeah.
cool to just like see if because what if they could find people who maybe don't have watch experience but are just like watch school savants,
Yeah.
or like for somebody like you, maybe you are a watch school savant but you don't know because you're just building regular ass mid luxury watches. You can cut that out if you want to. um with people who have never built watches, you know what I mean? So like it'd be
Mm-hmm.
cool to kind of like, I don't know, whether like skills assessment just for funsies,
Yeah.
and tour the facility and like so you can see what's up or whatever. That would be so cool if Watch School did that.
That would be so much fun.
I think they should do that.
Yeah. I
Just
might
like
cut this into 2-part episodes.
do your thing. Yeah, I'm not offended either way. I know, like I talk forever. It's a issue. Sarah's like, you talk so much, and I'm like, yeah,
Uh,
I know.
I mean, for me, it's only been an hour, so it's not an issue for me.
Yeah, no, yeah, same. Yeah, she gets me all the time. Where sometimes I think she's just like, I want to watch my show. And I'm like, yeah, but I want to talk to you because I haven't seen you all day. But she talks all day at work. Like, that's her job is talking. So
Yeah.
I get it. I respect it. I'm like, I feel that. Like, I try to be good about being like, do you just want quiet time right now? And she's like, yes. I'm like, all right, cool. So that's where the reading comes in. It helps.
Yeah. I feel like I am both sides of that, where I want to talk and talk and talk and talk,
Mhm.
but then when I'm done talking, I'm like, okay, shut the fuck up because I
Same,
need silent time now.
dude, same. And it comes out of nowhere and is so sudden, instantaneous. It's like rude, where you're just like,
Yes.
nope.
Oh my God, yes. I always, because, especially because it will happen, like, I'll be going on and on and on and on and on about, like, my bullshit. And, like, I know that people are only listening because they want me to be happy.
Yeah,
And then,
same.
like, as soon as someone starts talking about their thing, that's when it switches.
You're like,
And
damn
it's
it.
like, I promise, like, I care about you. I care
Mm-hmm.
about your interests. I want you to be
Yeah,
happy.
yeah.
But my social flip
Hmm.
or my social switch did just flip.
Yeah, you're like, and it was me. I talked too much. I wore myself
Mm-hmm.
out, and now I don't want to listen to you because I had to listen to my dumbass.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I'll be tattooing, and it'll like. Luckily, when I'm tattooing, though, if I just like all of a sudden they're like, oh, he's focused, it's fine. But dude, yeah, I'll be on my bullshit, and then I'm like, oh my god, I need to shut up. I'm exhausted, and then I'm like, and they're like, and then most clients are fine with that. But like, so I'm like, it's me. It's not my client who wore me out. It was my dumbass who couldn't shut up and take a minute, to like conserve some social battery. Because some people I find like very, like I like talking to them. They're fun to talk to, and so I'm like, I want to do it more because it feels good. And then I do it too many times and too many things,
Mm.
and I say too much stuff, and then I'm like, oh fuck, I wore myself out. And then there are some people who are just exhausting to listen to. I'm like, I don't want to listen to you anymore. I didn't want to do that in the first place, and now I'm doing
Yeah.
it more. And I'm just like, mm-hmm,
You're
mm-hmm,
just
mm-hmm.
like, uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Yeah, dude.
I'm always worried about being one of those people. Cause I like talk because I feel like that's what people want. And then I'm
Yeah,
like, I'm just like going on and they're being really quiet. I wonder if they
right,
want me to
right.
shut the fuck up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know if you experience this, but I have a hard time like knowing, less now, but like knowing when somebody's interested in what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Um, and even sometimes like I like if even if someone is interested, if they are quiet in a specific way, I'm like, oh no, they're not interested.
Yeah. I do the
Like,
same thing.
and I cannot fucking tell. And I'm like, ew, that sucks. Like, it feels shitty, and then it's like, oh my god, they don't like me, like whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Which is like fine. I don't need to be well liked, but it definitely like,
I do.
oh, I do. I definitely do. Oh no, no. Yeah, yeah, I don't. I feel very fortunate for that. I want people to like me, but if they don't,
Mm-hmm.
like that's fine. I'm not everyone's cup of tea. That's okay.
I am getting better about accepting
It's
that
hard.
maybe everyone doesn't
Hmm.
have to like me, but
It's hard.
also I'm like, what's wrong with me? You should like me.
I'm I'm amazing. Um,
Right. And then I'm like, you know what? I'm not amazing. You're right.
Right, right, and then you're like, oh, you're right. Yeah, I'm the dirt bag here. Yeah, I
Hmm.
think um, I I was the youngest body piercer at the shop that I was at, so it was like two women. One was in her 30s, and one was like her mid 20s, and I was like 20 when I started my apprenticeship, so I was really young. Um, and they had both been doing it for a really long time, so they had their bedside manner, and they had their rapport, and they had their regulars who wanted only them.
Hmm.
So, and I saw it a lot with my oldest mentor, and then like the younger mentor. Um, the oldest mentor had like almost a cult like following. She was like a very like like I want to say magnetic, but that's not the word. But people really liked her, really drawn to her. Very
Is
like
it like one of those people that everyone just like naturally wants to like them?
yes, yes, and I include myself in that. Like that's how like I got the fucking job because I was hanging around the piercing shop, stretching my ears and stuff. And one day she was like, "Hey, I like you. I think I want you to work for me." And I was like best day of my life, right? Like,
Right.
oh my God. And so I watched it a lot with her and her like following, and it really impacted um the younger of my mentors. And she was really like she felt very like nobody likes me, nobody wants me, I'm not good enough. So when I became an apprentice, that started happening to me with the younger mentor. She had her following because she didn't like when you pierce for a long time, you get people who really like you. You get regulars, you get people who want you. You vibe with them. It's fucking great. And I remember it started happening to me, and people only wanted my other mentor, both of my mentors. And I was like, okay, cool. And it took a minute to really be okay with that, but like I would have their regulars come in and be like, "Oh, is she here today?" And I'm like, "No, I can book you an appointment with the next for you the next day she's here." And they'd be like, "No, no, no, you're fine." And I'm like, "Nope, I won't pierce you. Like you want her, you're not gonna have a good time with me." And I had a couple ladies like really mad, and like ended up like calling my mentors and were like, "What the?" And they were like, "No, like that's how we trained him. Like, if you want us, like, we don't dip into each other's pools because 9 times out of 10, if you come in wanting a specific piercer, wanting a specific experience, you're not, and the other piercer could do everything right. Perfect placement, perfect aftercare, perfect everything. And you're like, well, it wasn't her though, so I don't really, I don't think I like it, and yeah, I had pierced a couple of my mentors' regulars, and that backfired on me. And I was like, you know what? I'm not doing that anymore. Like, if you want her, you come and asking for her. That's who you'll get. No skin off my butt. It's totally okay if you don't want me or like me. So I had that like very specific experience that I think made it okay for me not to be liked, I guess.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that's okay. It's whatever.
That that makes sense now that you explain it. When you first started saying that, I was like, why won't you just take them?
Yeah, 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 yeah. No,
But yeah, I
yeah,
guess if
because I,
people get
mhm,
they want the specific person and then nothing
yep,
else is gonna be good enough.
yeah. And I had a lady. I pierced her. She wanted my mentor. I was like, oh, she's not in. I can book you an appointment, for her. She'll be in tomorrow. It wasn't like, oh, they had to wait a month. It was, she was, be here tomorrow. You just came in on the wrong fucking day. Um, no, I don't want to wait. I'm like, well, she'll be here tomorrow. Like, she has an availability the first moment we're open, like at 11 o'clock. No, I'm here now. I'm like, okay. What do you want to get? Nostril, cool. I think it was nostril. All right, great, cool, whatever. Picked out jewelry. I'm on my best behavior. I'm a fucking angel. I'm doing my thing. And placement, she wanted to move it a couple times, no big deal, whatever, we got it, agreed on everything. Piercing went great. She was so happy when she left, and then we got a call at like 11 a.m. next day. Piercing's messed up, all this stuff. And my mentor's like, all right, let me, name and number, like, why don't you come in, I'll take a look at it. And I look at her name, and I was like, bro. And she was like, are you joking? And I was like, no, I swear to God, like, blah blah blah, like, told her the whole thing. And she was like, Okay, lady came in, and sure as shit, she was like, right, my mentor took her in the back and was talking to her, and lady was dogging on me the whole time, said that I rushed her, all these like really opposite of who I was things. And I would own that if I had done that, right? I like, if I would have been like, I fucked that up, whatever. No. And lady left or whatever, and as she was leaving, gave me this like, and I
Oh,
was like,
I
have
can't
a nice
stand that.
day. Yeah, I was like, have a nice day. And my mentor came out and was like, I told her not to come back. and
Oh,
and my mentor like had my back, and that was a really cool experience, because she didn't always. And she was saying stuff about you that like I just know isn't true, like that you didn't show her the mark, and that you like rushed her out, didn't even let her look at the piercing when she was done. I was like, no, I would never do that. Like the mirror is right there, like there's no way. And yeah, she was like, I told her not to come back, and I was like, cool. Eventually the
yeah.
lady did come back. She apologized to my mentor, not to me. Fine, whatever. But yeah, after that, I just was like, I'm not taking you. I'm not doing it. It's not worth the risk,
Mhm.
Because when it's stuff like that, like, what do they say? One good review reaches 10 people, but one bad review reaches 100.
Mhm.
Like, and I'm like, it's just not worth I was young too. I was like, that's not worth my potential career, Like, I'm not doing that. It's a small town, like, not that small, but the industry's small, word gets around, and then, other people in the industry don't like you because they think you're doing a bad job. So, yeah, yeah.
There was something that I wanted to ask.
Oh, go for it.
Well, I'm trying to think of what it was.
No.
I throughout this conversation, it's like entered my brain like 4 times, and I don't write
Oh,
it
okay.
down like a full. Oh, I know what it is. Okay, have you ever been tattooing someone and thought like been like worried like, oh no, this isn't turning out good, and then when the person saw it, they like loved it so much? Because I feel like that happens with me sometimes when I'm making people stuff. So I wonder if it that also happens with tattooing.
Yeah, it does. But I, yeah, where I'm like, oh, I don't love the way I did that. And it's never like that it's wrong or that it's badly done, but it's just like, I'm like, oh, I wish I wouldn't have fucking shaded right there. Like that, I don't, because you're so zoomed in,
Yeah.
and then when you zoom out, you're like, fuck, what did I do? I will say a couple things to combat that. I always like when I do my drawing and stuff, I redo my final drawing just in case. Just in case. Get my final drawing, and I'm like, nah, I'm gonna go back over that one more
Mm.
time, because like as you're going back over it, you're feeling how your lines are, and you're looking at them, and you're like, oh, actually, like that connection doesn't make any sense, or like, oh, I have this weird thing, like, if I'm tattooing like an eagle and a snake, and the snake has spots, I don't want a partial snake spot to like connect like on like maybe a line that could be part of the eagle, like, so I have to like offset them,
Yeah.
because I don't like that. It's fine, it's not a rule, but I'm like, oh hell no, I want those two lines to be distinct. They're not with each other. So, but yeah, dude, I've definitely been tattooing like, oh, oh, I don't like this. This is not my thing. I don't like this fucking thing. And then yeah, the client's like, oh my god, I fucking love it. But that's the whole point. Like, they love it. That's what they asked for. That's what they got. Like, yeah. And occasionally a client is like, I want purple. I'm like, oh, that's not.
Is purple really hard to do?
I don't like tattooing purple, because tattooing purple is hard. It's hard to get saturated. I feel like purple looks muddy until it
Mm.
heals out, because the like color of your blood and stuff mixes with the purple, and it just looks muddy. It doesn't look bright and crispy and clear like I feel like blues do, or like really pretty jades do, or I, and purple's hard to fucking get even for me to saturate well. Um, but that's really like royal purples and stuff. Now I'm into like powdery, lilac-y lavender, like into rich plums. Let's go. I love like a purpley burgundy. Shit, I'll take mauve even over like a royal true purple. No, I don't want to do that. Now sometimes purple belongs there, and I think purple is really great when you build a palette around it, like a color palette around it. But when I have a palette, I'm like, and they're like, well, could that be purple instead of that? And I'm like,
No.
yes, it could, but like, or they're like, I pick out like a really, beautiful powdery purple, and they're like, can I have like a dark purple? Like, yes, it's still technically purple, but my entire palette was like muted, and now you want something that's like, Crown Royal bag purple, and I'm like, okay.
It's like a chef making their perfect meal and you ask to swap a side.
Yep.
You've ruined the whole cohesiveness of it.
Like, no. Yeah, but for the most part though, what I experience I think is kind of the opposite, where like I'm doing a tattoo and I'm like, oh, I don't fucking like this. This doesn't make any sense. I hate it. And then I finish it and I'm like, oh, trust the process.
Right.
Because when you're looking at it in the middle of it, you're like, this looks terrible. But then when it's all done, you're like, oh no, that makes sense, So definitely like trust the process for sure. 100%.
Okay, let's wrap up there.
Yeah, no, we can wrap
Definitely up. This will be a two-parter, and I
Totally
think that's
cool.
very fun because that means that I don't have to scramble to make another episode because I realize I miscalculated how many days we're in this month.
Oh yeah, how many, like 31 or 30, 31?
Like, because there are like 5 Mondays instead of 4.
Oh yeah. Yeah, perfect.
So,
there you go. You get 2 episodes.
Yeah. If people want to find you, where would they do that?
Well, I have Instagram. I have like my personal Instagram, which is private, but they can find me at my tattoo Instagram, which is just autonomous frog, all one word, all lowercase. I'm so sorry that you have to spell out autonomous, but you do. Yeah, they can find me there. My work's up there and stuff, and like I take DMs or whatever, and like if they want to like hit me up on my personal, that's fine, but I just as a heads up, I probably won't accept the friend request because I don't generally. But yeah, they could totally find me on my tattoo Insta, and yeah, if they want, I don't know, my like commissions or whatever are open for paintings and stuff. So if they wanted like a custom piece or they wanted like to commission art or something, I'm down. I really want to do more of that because I really enjoy it. So people want that, that'd be super neato. That'd be cool. But,
if people want to do that, DM through Instagram?
Yeah, DM me through Instagram. Yeah. Okay. Or they can email me at the same email, just autonomousfrog@gmail.com. But either way, yeah, that'd be super fun.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. If you want to do anything engaging with the podcast,
yeah.
LazyFoxCreates.com. We have a Discord. We have a newsletter, which we have named our Sparkle Squad.
Oh, cute. I love that.
And that'll be it for this episode. I hope you have enjoyed listening as we've enjoyed making it. Love y'all, and go on make something.